Now, as South Africa's feel-good breakfast show, we understand the importance of spreading good news. It's what we do very well. Now, that is why we're also very excited. Clover Krush is on a mission to get everyone involved in spreading goodness. Now, they've invited local celebrities to join the Krush Goodness crew, who'll be visiting 12 schools across 5 provinces in South Africa to hand out 10,000 pairs of school shoes. That's incredible. Now, by adding a little bit of goodness to every day, it has the power to change the world for the better. Now, Goodness crew member Brent Lindeque is here to tell us a bit more. Brent, lucky to meet you, my friend.
Man, it's nice to be here. I've always watched the show, and to actually be on the show.
And I'm always on your website. That's amazing, man. I really have a lot of respect for what you do, because I do believe in focusing on the good that happens around us every single day. There's so much negativity going around, and you one portal where we can go and we can find some positive news stories. So thank you, man. Thank you. So you're a Goodness crew member. That's amazing. But before we get there, what drove you to start Good Things Guy?
Man, I feel like South Africa and even the world, but South Africa, if we're focusing on mainstream media, it's quite negative. And if we, it's real and we know what's going on, but to just concentrate on mainstream media, it'll make you quite a negative person. And I made a decision to start sharing good news stories. It started with just a little Facebook page 2.5 years ago, and it turned into a website that just keeps growing. Every month it grows bigger. Every day I get new readers, and it's people that just want to fill their minds with good news and hopefully change the national conversation.
I guess, well, absolutely. But do you find that by starting to focus on the good news stories, do you find that slowly it's gaining momentum, there's more and more good, or you're starting to see more and more good happening around you?
I'm in the lucky position that I get to research and I get to look at these stories and I get them sent to me. And I can tell all of the viewers that there is so much good happening in South Africa every single day. You just got to tune into it. And it shows like this that are so important at highlighting that.
Yeah, well, you know what? Once again, hats off to you. I think it's amazing. But now you're also on another journey, part of the Goodness crew. What made you decide to jump on board as well? We've seen Bonnie Mbuli doing her great stuff. Also Tembisa Mdoda, which is also part of the Goodness crew, and also just spreading those good vibes. So what caused you to jump on?
I think it's two things. The first is this is a really good campaign. Like, it's really making a difference in the lives of children that are in need. And on the other side of that, it's a company that's making a difference. Yeah. The message that they're sending is a little bit of goodness goes a long way. And I think if South Africans can take that on board within themselves, then they'll be able to inspire each other to do good and make a difference as well.
And I'm glad, because it's nice to see a big corporate company like this, take this approach, which is a human and emotional kind of approach, and really making a difference. I mean, we're talking school shoes here, and to you and me, it might be something that we take for granted or took for granted when we went to school, but what does it mean to a young child going to school that receives a pair of brand new school shoes?
I think it instills confidence. Having a nice pair of shoes always gives you that little bit of confidence. And having the confidence is going to make you do better at school. And if you do better at school, you're going to become more successful. When I joined the campaign, I never realized how many South Africans actually don't have school shoes. And it's not, it might get them a new pair of shoes from home to work, but it's really about giving them that confidence to be able to succeed.
Absolutely. It's that sense of pride, man, and that's it. So thank you very much, Brent, for jumping on board and making a difference in your own right as well with your website. I think it's phenomenal. We need the good news. We need the good news. Brent Lindeque, thank you very, very much. So, I mean, do you remember polishing your school shoes, making sure they shone brightly and always looked their best? I mean, that feeling, that is what Krush wishes to give these budding young students. Now, let's see how far a little dose of goodness can go. Join in on spreading #KrushGoodness and be part of the movement that ignites a goodness culture in South Africa.
Krush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.